It's good to feel protected. Social protection provides a stable and secure environment for those who benefit from it, from the earliest age, during working life, and in retirement. Regrettably, more than half of the world's population has no access to adequate social security coverage and must somehow manage without it. Social protection is a fundamental human right enshrined by the United Nations. It comprises a set of policies and services to help people maintain decent living standards throughout the life cycle. Social protection systems include social assistance, child and family benefits, maternity protection, unemployment support, benefits for employment injury, sickness, disability, old age benefits, and survivors' benefits when a spouse or parent passes away. It also includes vital public services like healthcare, education, and care services. Some of these benefits are provided by the state, while others are strongly linked to social security contributions paid by employers and workers. Social protection is only fully guaranteed in some countries. In others, it is provided by law, but governments do not always comply with it, nor monitor compliance by employers. And in some others, it is simply inadequate or non-existent. In the face of major crisis, the lack of a social safety net becomes all too clear. This was the case during the COVID-19 pandemic in many of the countries where the clothes we all wear are manufactured. As economic activity came to a standstill, major global apparel brands and retailers began to cancel orders, causing massive job losses in garment-producing countries. Without an adequate social safety net at the national level, workers found themselves without severance pay from their employers or unemployment insurance from the state. The brands and retailers that had cancelled orders did not care about them either, shirking their responsibilities. Workers bore the brunt of the supply chain breakdown, being left without livelihoods or support of any kind, even if they were going through illness. To tackle this, especiall launched a global campaign to achieve social protection for garment workers. Brands and retailers, as well as their investors, have an ongoing responsibility to secure the labour rights of the workers who make the clothes they sell, not just in times of crisis, but always. This includes safeguarding the provision of adequate social protection benefits. They are therefore being called on to conduct human rights due diligence in their supply chains continuously. This means identifying risks to workers' rights and taking the appropriate measures to remedy them, monitoring the effectiveness of their responses. They're also being called on to sign binding agreements so that the commitments they make are legally enforceable. In addition, together with the International Labour Organization and especiall affiliates in production countries, a call to action is being made to the entire textile industry, governments and financial institutions to ensure the financing and development of social protection systems for the long term. Unions in production countries play a key role in the struggle for social protection for garment workers. Their daily work on the ground, close to the workers' needs, is key to shaping the demands and the next steps of this campaign. One of the main obstacles for workers to access social protection is being under precarious forms of work or short-term contracts, since they are unable to build up enough contributions to receive these benefits. The fight against precarious work, in addition to ensuring social security for workers, strengthens the social protection systems that receive greater contributions. Other difficulties are linked to the fact that many employers try to avoid paying social security contributions, even when these are required by contract, such as those associated with maternity. False resignations of pregnant workers are frequent in some producing countries. Gathering information about such cases and reporting them promptly is a way of pushing for the rights of women workers to be respected. To encourage them to approach unions and entrust their daily labour problems, it is also important to focus efforts on gender-sensitive organising, since the vast majority of the workforce is female. The need to strengthen social protection systems should be placed on government's agendas. To achieve this, it is helpful to seek a broad and intersectoral approach. Raising the issue for debate in federations as well as with civil society organisations, taking it up in meetings with labour authorities, and seeking press coverage are all possible actions that unions can take as part of the campaign. Social protection has proven to be a very important tool to prevent poverty and reduce inequalities. Let's work together to achieve adequate, sustainable systems of social protection for a more just and resilient garment industry.